So I recently came back from vacation, 20-day vacation with my family, my wife, 2 young kids, and I committed to daily vlogging that trip. A couple reasons why I wanted to do that. First was I really wanted to create a chronicle for my kids, kind of like a modern day photo album of what we did and hopefully how much fun we had. But the other reason was to keep members of my family that weren't with me and my friends up to date on what it was that I did on this trip, what it was that my whole family did on this trip. Now, it's a fair commitment to do this. You know, I didn't want to take an approach that would take me away from the fact that I was actually on vacation with my family. I wanted to be present with them for all the experiences that we were going to share together. I think I took an approach that anybody could take, and so I wanted to share the couple of tips that I have as a result of this experience with you in case you're thinking about doing something similar, but are feeling, daunted by the idea. So, very simple. 3 tips for daily vlogging your family vacation. I'm a huge proponent of the idea that the best camera is the camera you have with you. My phone, I always had with me. And really, the additional abilities that it has to do time-lapse and slow-mo gives you a really nice range of options for how to capture the memories that you're trying to capture. Now, I did add a little something to my phone. I researched a couple of third-party lens systems, and I landed on the Olloclip, which is this guy here. I bought the Vista series, which includes a super wide and a 2x tele. This really added to how creative I could be with what I was capturing with the phone. I didn't end up using the 2x tele very much. There were a few instances where maybe the details of the building were a bit far away and I slapped the 2x tele on, but for the most part I used the super wide or just no lens at all. I did invest in the case that comes with the Olloclip. It's optional, but that ensures that the lens fits nice and snug on top of the iPhone lens. I did drop the whole system from about 7 feet up. Early on in the trip, I was trying to set up a time lapse of us packing up to leave one of our hotels. As a result of that, the lens did not fit as snugly on the case anymore, so you'll see in some of the later footage there's a little bit of vignetting where the lens seems to have slipped off. That's not Olloclip's fault, that's all on me. But by and large, the lens system worked really well. Like I said, use the super wide pretty regularly, and the cool thing with the Olloclip system is that the way that this works is you can put the lens either on the outward facing camera or you can put it on the inward facing camera. So when I was actually doing actual vlogging, I could have the super wide on and I was getting tons of background, which was really great in certain instances. So really great system. They didn't pay me to say this. I'm just saying it because I did some research and I thought this was a great tool. Now, implicit in tip number 2 is the idea of editing. Just posting raw clips of what you capture on your iPhone to try and document what your trip was is not interesting to watch. You're going to lose your audience. You want to pull the clips together in a way that tells a bit of a story. You want there to be a rhythm to what it is that you're telling so people stay engaged. I put music in behind all of my clips and cut to the music. I also kept them pretty short. I kept them to about 2 minutes long, and I was rigorous about that. Trim up down to the stuff that's just interesting for people to watch, just interesting to convey what it is that you actually did on any given day, at any given event, at any given site. So, editing on your phone. Now, I researched a couple of different editors, but I landed on iMovie. Compared to the editing suite that I use, Adobe Premiere Pro, iMovie is super limiting. But you know what? That was okay, because back to the point I made at the beginning of this video, I didn't want this to be a project where I had to spend hours and hours and hours working with the footage that I'd captured during the day. iMovie, you drop your footage on the timeline, you trim it up to music if you like, fade in, fade out, maybe apply a filter that might come built in, but it's super simple. Because I didn't have a lot of options, I didn't have to spend a lot of time deciding which options to implement and which ones not to. So iMovie, really great tool for editing on the phone. failed at this a couple of times. You know, it's difficult. Sometimes you can't get the edit done. Sometimes you don't have Wi-Fi, so you can't post an HD version of the video up to YouTube or to Facebook. But I think if at the beginning of your holiday you're setting up an expectation that there's going to be a video every day, and if part of your goal is to keep people up to date on what you're doing, you can't let 5 days go by where you don't post anything. So I committed to doing a daily vlog, and to the best of my ability, I posted every single day. So there you have it. 3 pretty simple tips, I think, for daily vlogging your family vacation. Number 1, film on your phone. Number 2, edit. And please edit on your phone. And number 3, if you've committed to a daily vlog, upload daily. I think the results were pretty good. It's not a professional series, it's a chronicle to let my friends know what we did, something for my kids to remember the trip by. I thought it worked pretty well. Let me know what you thought. And thanks for watching.